You've probably seen the videos online. Someone lies down on a padded table, a chiropractor twists their body slightly, and then crack! Another adjustment follows, then another, each accompanied by a series of popping sounds that can be surprisingly loud. Some people say they feel instant relief afterward. Others leave wondering why such a simple movement can make such a dramatic difference. But what's actually happening during a chiropractic adjustment? Are bones really being snapped back into place? Is the cracking sound caused by joints grinding together? Or is there something else going on beneath the surface? Today we'll explore what really takes place during a chiropractic adjustment, right here on History of Simple Things. Before understanding the adjustment itself, it helps to know what chiropractic care is designed to do. Chiropractors focus primarily on the spine, joints, muscles, and nervous system. Their goal is to improve how joints move, reduce pain, and restore normal function through manual techniques, exercise recommendations, and lifestyle advice. Contrary to popular belief, most chiropractors are not trying to put bones back into place. Healthy joints don't randomly pop out of position during everyday life. Instead, the focus is usually on improving movement in joints that have become stiff or restricted. Think of it like a rusty door hinge. The hinge isn't broken, it simply doesn't swing as freely as it should. The same idea often applies to certain joints in the body. A chiropractic adjustment doesn't usually begin with cracking someone's back. First comes an evaluation. The chiropractor asks about your symptoms, medical history, previous injuries, daily activities, and overall health. They may ask when the pain started, what makes it worse, and whether it travels into your arms or legs. Next comes a physical examination. This may include checking your posture, testing your range of motion, feeling for tight muscles, evaluating reflexes, and assessing how different joints move. In some cases, imaging such as X-rays or MRI results may be reviewed, especially if there's concern about fractures, severe arthritis, or other medical conditions. Only after determining that an adjustment is appropriate will treatment begin. The adjustment itself often looks more dramatic than it actually feels. Depending on which joint is being treated, you may lie on your back, stomach, or side. Some adjustments are even performed while sitting. The chiropractor carefully positions your body to isolate a specific joint. Rather than twisting your entire spine, they are usually targeting a very small area. Their hands are placed with remarkable precision. This positioning allows the force to be directed exactly where it's needed while minimizing unnecessary movement elsewhere. Now comes the part most people recognize. The chiropractor applies a quick, controlled thrust to the joint. This movement happens extremely fast but over a very short distance. It's not about using brute strength. In fact, speed is usually more important than force. The goal is to gently move the joint beyond its normal restricted range, but still within its safe anatomical limits. To the patient, it often lasts less than a second. Many people are surprised that it hurts much less than expected, and for some it doesn't hurt at all. Perhaps the biggest mystery is the loud pop. Many people assume it's bones rubbing together or vertebrae snapping back into alignment. Neither is true. Inside every movable joint is a small capsule filled with lubricating fluid called synovial fluid. Dissolved within that fluid are gases such as oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. When the joint is stretched rapidly during an adjustment, pressure inside the joint suddenly drops. That pressure change allows tiny gas bubbles to form within the fluid almost instantly. This rapid formation of bubbles, a process known as cavitation, creates the familiar popping sound. Interestingly, it's similar to opening a bottle of soda. The dissolved gas suddenly comes out of solution when pressure changes. Afterward, the gases slowly dissolve back into the fluid over several minutes, which is why you usually can't crack the same joint repeatedly right away. The sound may be dramatic, but it's only one small part of what's happening. The adjustment also stretches the surrounding muscles, ligaments, and joint capsule. Tiny sensory receptors embedded within these tissues immediately send signals to the brain. These receptors constantly monitor movement, pressure, and body position. By restoring movement to a stiff joint, the nervous system receives updated information about how that part of the body is moving. Researchers believe this altered sensory input may help explain why some patients experience reduced muscle tension or temporary pain relief after an adjustment. The exact biological mechanisms are still being studied, and scientists continue to investigate how these changes influence pain perception and movement. Some patients stand up feeling noticeably looser. Several factors may contribute. Improved joint mobility allows certain movements to become easier. Tight muscles surrounding the joint may relax. Changes in nervous system signaling may temporarily reduce the sensation of pain. There's also a psychological component. When people expect treatment to help, their brains can release natural chemicals that influence how pain is experienced. This doesn't mean the improvement is all in their head. Pain is a complex interaction between the body and the brain, and both physical and neurological changes can occur at the same time. However, it's also important to recognize that not everyone experiences immediate relief. Some people improve gradually over multiple visits, while others may notice little change. Despite the dramatic sounds, a chiropractic adjustment is far more controlled and scientifically grounded than many people imagine. The familiar popping noise isn't bones cracking or vertebrae snapping back into place. Instead, it's simply gas bubbles rapidly forming inside the fluid of a moving joint as pressure changes. Behind that brief moment lies a carefully planned process involving anatomy, biomechanics, and the nervous system. Through precise positioning and controlled movements, chiropractors aim to restore mobility in stiff joints, improve movement, and, for some people, provide relief from pain. While researchers continue to study exactly how adjustments influence the body, it's clear that the experience involves much more than just the satisfying crack. The next time you hear that unmistakable pop during a chiropractic adjustment, you'll know there's an entire world of science unfolding in less than a second. And now, you'll never hear that sound quite the same way again. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.